Hello students, good time to all. I am Chandan Kumar Pradhan. Welcome to your YouTube channel Chandan Physics. In this video, we are going to discuss theory of a zone plate and idea of multiple foci. Let's begin. What is a zone plate? It is an optical device that works on the principle of Fresnel's zone, which is known as the zone plate. What its function? It obstructs the light from the alternate half period zones. As the zone plate is an optical device which works on the principle of Fresnel's zone. According to Fresnel's zone, a plane wavefront is divided into equal number of a large number of strips, which is known as Fresnel's zone or Fresnel's half period zones, as it has the radii of circles which is proportional to the square root of natural numbers, and each circles is consecutive half period zones are a path difference of lambda by 2. How we construct the zone plate? A plain thin glass plate forms a zone plate. Concentric circles having radii proportional to the square root of k under root 1, k under root 2, k under root 3 and so on are drawn on that of a plate. Here k is the arbitrary constant and its value is equal to under root of x into lambda, whereas x the distance from the center, lambda is the wavelength of light, and the space enclosed between the circles corresponds to Fresnel's half period zones, and the spaces or we can say the zones are made opaque alternately, either even or odd. Let we construct the zone plate. It is basically two types. One is positive zone plate and another one is negative zone plate. Which one is positive? A positive zone plate is one in which the central zone is transparent, and this plate contains all odd zones are transparent and all even zones are opaque. Let we construct that zone plate. Here we consider a glass plate. And draw the circles, the concentric circles are drawn having the radius, the radius are proportional to under root of a natural number. In case of positive zone plate, here the central zone is transparent and alternate zones are transparent and opaque. That one is the central zone which is transparent. It has the radius r1. Let another zone which is opaque, it has the radius let r2. Similarly, the odd zones are transparent and the opaque zones are even zones are opaque. So, we know the resultant amplitude due to that positive zone plate, here is the positive zone plate, the resultant amplitude due to 1, 3, 5 and so on, and it is taken as the resultant of first half fluid zone, that is R1, here R3, here R5 and so on, that will be the resultant amplitude due to positive half period zone. Similarly, we construct the negative zone plate, as negative zone plate is one in which the central zone is opaque. In this plate all even zones are transparent and all odd zones are opaque. Let me construct. Here we consider a glass plate and draw the concentric circles having the radius which satisfy the Fresnel's half period zone condition, that central one is opaque, alternatively transparent and opaque zones are formed to create negative zone plate, that is negative zone plate. Central one is opaque. So, at here the contribution of zones as 2, 4, 6 and so on. Therefore, the resultant amplitude is minus R2, minus R4, minus R6, that is R is the resultant amplitude. Due to the positive zone plate and negative zone plate, we have the resultant amplitude. In this way, we construct a zone plate and it based upon the principle of Fresnel's half period zones. Let us study the working of zone plate. Working. Let us consider a zone plate XY, that is a zone plate that either positive or negative zone plate. Here we consider let positive zone plate which is perpendicular to the plane of that paper, and S that is the source of light, which is the monochromatic source of light, which is placed at a distance of small u from that of point O. This is the object distance. This is the object distance. Let P be the observation point. P is a point on that of screen which is at a distance of small v from the point O, which is known as the image distance. From that of zone plate. The source S has a monochromatic light lambda be the wavelength of that monochromatic light. So, the light rays passes through that of zone plate. If we take the positive half zone plate, accordingly the contribution due to 1, 3, 5 and so on, these portions light passes and other portions light obstruct. Generally we prefer a zone plate, either that one is positive or negative. It is named as, let M1, M2, for nth named as Mn. As we know SO plus OP is equal to U plus V, let equation number 1. Now SM1 plus M1P, SM1 plus M1P, which is the additional path difference of SO plus OP, SO plus OP plus lambda by 2. According to the theory of Fresnel's half period zone, each successive half period zones have an additional path difference which is lambda by 2, and SM2 M2P, SM2 plus M2P is equal to SO plus OP plus 2 lambda by 2. Here SO plus OP plus lambda by 2, which is equal to U plus V plus lambda by 2. Here SO plus OP plus 2 lambda by 2, which is equal to U plus V plus 2 lambda by 2. Again S, let we prefer another one, let M3, SM3 plus M3P is equal to SO plus OP plus 3 lambda by 2, SO plus OP, that is U plus V plus 3 lambda by 2. Similarly, for nth term, S Mn plus Mnp is equal to SO plus OP plus n lambda by 2, which is equal to U plus V plus n lambda by 2. What be the value of SM and MNP? Taking as equation number 2, from right angled triangle SOMN, SOMN, SMN is equal to SO square plus OM n square its under root according to Pythagoras theorem, which is SO square plus OMN square its square root. Here SO square, which is equal to U square OMN square. Let the radius of nth approach zone Rn R n square half, where Rn is equal to OMN, radius of nth zone. Taking U square as common, 1 plus Rn square divided by Un square to the power half, U 1 plus Rn square divided by Un square to the power half. That can be solved by using binomial theorem. Here we use binomial theorem. 1 plus x to the power n as 1 plus nx plus dot dot dot. Just use second term, another terms are neglected. We have U 1 plus Rn square divided by 2 U square. Here U square, distance U square, not Un, that is U square. U is multiplied here, so U plus Rn square divided by 2U, that be the value of Smn. Similarly, from right angled triangle OPMN, we have the value of MNP. MNP can be calculated as V plus Rn square divided by 2V. As we calculate Sm in similar pattern, we calculate MNP. Put these values in equation number 2. Therefore, equation 2 becomes we put the value of Mn plus MNP. We have U plus Rn square divided by 2U plus V plus Rn square divided by 2V is equal to U plus V plus n lambda by 2, U plus V plus n lambda by 2, U V cancelled out. We take common as 1 by 2 Rn square, 1 by U plus 1 by V is equal to n lambda by 2, again 2 to cancel out, or 1 by U plus 1 by V is equal to n lambda divided by Rn square. Let equation number 3. Let we compare that particular equation to the equation of lengths. Comparing the above equation with the length equation of geometrical optics. We show in geometrical optics the length equation is 1 by u plus 1 by v is equal to 1 by f. We have one by f is equal to that term 1 by f is equal to n lambda divided by Rn square. Therefore, focal length f is equal to Rn square divided by n lambda. Rn square divided by n lambda. Thus, we observe that with the focal length for zone plate, the zone plate is acting as a conversing, or we can say that is the convex lens. Zone plate is acting as a conversing or convex lens. Now, what will the area of that particular zone plates? Let area of, therefore, area of nth zone plate that is pi the radius r n square minus r n minus 1 square. R n is the radius of nth zone plate, R n minus 1 is the radius of n minus 1th zone plate. The area in between these two concentric circles is the area of nth zone plate. Put these values pi here n lambda f from that of expression minus n minus 1 lambda f. Simplification, n lambda f minus n lambda f cancel out, we have pi lambda f. Let we put the value of f here. As we know, using proper sign convention, 1 u minus 1 v is equal to 1 by f. We have focal length is equal to u v divided by u minus v. Putting that value of focal length here, we have pi lambda u v divided by u minus v. So, the area of nth zone plate, we see there will be no such term of n. Thus, we conclude that the area of nth zone plate is independent of n, which implies that for a given object and image when u and v are taken as constant, then the area of the zones are equal. For a given object and image when u and v are taken as constant, then the area of the zone are equal. From that particular expression we conclude. Next, what be the idea of multiple foci of zone plate? Look at here, zone plate has many foci, many focal points or foci. We know Fn is equal to Rn square divided by n lambda, that is the expression. If we put n is equal to 1, when n is equal to 1, f1 is equal to r1 square divided by lambda. When n is equal to 2, f2 is equal to rt square divided by 2 lambda. So, we have the intensity of second focal length is slightly lesser in comparison to the first one. First focal length in reality a series of foci exist in which the intensity diminishes as we shift along the axis of the zone plate. The intensity diminishes, we conclude from that particular expressions as we shift along the axis of the zone plates. So, here the series of foci exists in which the intensity diminishes as we shift along the axis of zone plate. Zone plate has many focal points or foci, we confirmed. So, with the help of this video lecture we understand the theory of a zone plate, its principle, construction, types as positive zone plate and negative zone plate, then working of zone plate, now comparing that particular expression to the length equation, we have the focal length. As we say, the zone plate is acting as a conversing or convex lens, then the area of the zone plate is same for a given object and image. When u and v are taken as constant, then the area of the zone plate are equal, and we have multiple number of focal points or foci as confirmed these equations. And in reality, the series of foci exists in which the intensity diminishes as we shift along the axis of that of zone plate. So, with this useful and informative notes, let me wind up this session. Thank you.